Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast, episode 453. It's a short first segment to introduce you to Rosnolach. Of course, it's a joke. I reported on Rosnolach multiple times before. We are currently here just before sunset to complete our daily walk with my wife. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Silence is all we've got. Anyway, yesterday was quite exhausting because of the, driving forth and back in a short span, so I didn't have time to, relax before the way back home. It was straight return after picking the car. As promised, small footage of the interior. I will probably add more of the exterior, mainly because I promised that. And I'm just excited about the new car. It's really cool. The color is slightly dimmer, or I would say darker than we were expecting, or than it looked on the pictures, but it's actually good. I will be talking more about it shortly after the walk. As you can see, it's quite windy. Definitely windier than it was in the morning. It's a perfect weather for kite surfing. As you can see, the kites are there. So the guys are definitely having their best time today. And we are just walking alongside the beach. I think that wind is probably quite audible, so stop now and continue later. Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome back. So it went a little bit unexpected, I guess, because I had big plans to make some footage around the car and get some nice pictures and inject it here. But as you could see, we were just before sunset in Rosnola, and it was very windy and dark. Well, I would say it was about to get darker. It was dusky when we came back, so I took a couple of pictures. You can see them shortly after this final segment of today. So you can have a look. There's a couple of pictures of the old car, and followed by short footage from the inside of the car, and then a couple of pictures of the new car from the outside. But I'd like to do a better segment going in and out of the car to show off a little bit, and so you know what type of car it is, and maybe you're considering to buying the 3 Series. I don't know. So far it feels good. It's a little bit on the more modern side. It has a couple of interesting systems and features that I wasn't expecting to see, and they caught me off guard when I was driving. But they are nice additions once you get used to them. Tomorrow I am likely to spend some time with my wife and help her understand what changed and how different that car is from the previous one, and we will take probably a ride or two to make sure that she get used to it and she can use it daily, either to go shopping or take Julian to school or pick Julian from school. So I am not the only driver, and while it's not a big problem for me, she always needs that little adjustment before she can drive the new car. It's still automatic. It's still pretty much the same system, slightly upgraded and slightly changed, but a couple of elements that we used to have back in 2017 in Mazda, like the handbrake that is just a button rather a trigger than the lever that you can pull. So there's no manual lever to put the handbrake. It's just a switch, like the little lever or button that you just flick one way or just push it down, and that's it. Which is great because there's no place where the dust is collecting or things can fall in and it's hard to get them out. It's definitely neater on this side. So yeah, today quite short episode, I think, and nothing extremely interesting happened, to be honest. It was very much focused on work because it was Friday and I had something. I'm actually quite excited because finally I got rid of a very long security and compliance questionnaire that I was working on, which had like 221 questions from different areas. So yeah, that was dragging for too long and mentally draining me of energy, but I finally got rid of it before the weekend, which is a great feeling. I still have one or two to close off by Christmas, but they're much lighter work and I'll get them done next week. On Monday, we are going to drive to Dublin, but I'll tell more. Oh, Jesus, that was so bad. I will tell you more about it in tomorrow episodes or on Sunday episode. For now, the only thing that's left to close off this segment and today's episode is the update of my detox. So the detox itself went well. Why I used past tense is because it's half of it is done. So I decided to close the bit about sweets and snacks after 5 days, which basically closed this late afternoon, early evening, when I allowed myself to eat a homemade scone, which probably wasn't something that was qualified as sweets in what I was kind of limiting myself to, but I didn't eat any scones or anything like that for the last 5 days. So the detox is still kind of going because I won't be touching any sweets per se or any chocolates or anything store-bought. But I allowed myself first scone today and a bit of tea. Coffee is still off the table. As I said, it's a week-long detox, and the first coffee I will allow myself to take will be on Monday morning when we'll be driving to Dublin. And that's fixed. On the sweets front, I might finish it on Monday, but I think about keeping it for longer, so to not touch any sweets and snacks maybe until Christmas and see how it goes. I am a bit, a fan of chocolate, so I would like not to avoid completely chocolate, but again, I might allow myself the dark chocolate and nothing else. Definitely not crisps or any snacks like that. Maybe, you know, salted nuts or things like that. Maybe I will go for. But for now, I don't miss them. I like the way it goes, and I feel great. So why not keep it that way? So detox is going well. I allowed myself a scone, which wasn't on the list of restricted items, but I was happy to not eat any scones or any sweet kind of buns or anything like that. Not even a sandwich with Nutella or anything like that for the last 5 days. So I consider it I would say a easing down of the detox while still not touching sweets. So it's all going well. That's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of the day, evening, or afternoon. Stay safe, take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and see you tomorrow. Oh, and I forgot to say, once again, enjoy the pictures of the old car and the new car, and see you tomorrow.